And welcome back to part 2. I ran out of time and there's a 15-minute limit. I'm not sure how you increase it, but anyway, probably they make you pay for it anyway. So I started my hormones, just to recap. I came out as trans in February 2010. Changed my name in June 2010 and started hormones on the 5th of September 2013. It is now 2019, of course, 5th of March, and I still haven't had surgery because the surgeon said I was too fat when I went for the consultation. This was sorry, got itchy eyeball. So this was like 3 years ago. Yeah, 3 years ago now. And I've been trying to lose the weight, but then after that, of course, I was getting there, losing weight, and then after that, in the September, I got beat up by a transphobe in the middle of Norwich. This was when the TERFs started being nasty to me. And well, nasty to trans people in general. It wasn't just me. But I was walking along Quayside in Norwich, having a look over the wall, sneakily trying to find fish in the river, because this is one of the things that I like to do, and always have since I was 7 years old, which is go fishing, of course. So I was looking into the river, looking for bream, of course, and roach swimming in between the weeds, and this guy sitting on a doorstep on the opposite side of the road says, "Oh my God, look at the state of that." To me, I'm wearing a beautiful stripy maxi dress. It's fairly warm because it was still fairly warm because it was in September. And he threatened to chuck me in the river, of course, as well, which was not nice. Sorry, this is really hard for me to talk about, but I need to talk about it. And he was not very nice about it, and I called the police, and he didn't like that fact. So what he did was he come and rammed me in the chest with his bicycle. He had a bike on him, and he just literally lifted it up and went wallop into my chest and of course that winded me, and I felt like crap. And then I fell on the floor, and he started punching me and hitting me and hitting me and hitting me. He hit me 8 or 9 times, and I'm all bruised and everything. I didn't look too bad that day. I had I think I still got the scar there actually, but I had a big cut here and a bruise, and then I had one here as well where my head hit the curb, and because it's sort of a pedestrianised street, but there's also a lot of raised sort of pavement. It's a bit weird. Anyway, I sort of hit my head on the curb, and he kicked me and all sorts of things, and he hit me like 8 or 9 times, kicked me probably about 3 or 4, and literally nobody stopped until I'm standing there crying. I'm sitting there crying. He goes, and I'm sitting there crying, and bleeding and bruised, and I have to shout at people to help me because, and they're sort of, and calling them disgraceful because they're just walking past a trans girl who's just getting beaten up. Anyway, so I've been dealing with a lot of trauma from that, and we theorize that I have developed fibromyalgia because of it, because of the trauma that comes with it. I mean, that happens. So anyway, also, I'm not going to mention the time I got arrested. That'll be a subject for another day. But anyway, I've now got to the point where I think that I'm ready for surgery. So basically, this Thursday coming, I'll be joining Slimming World and going on a diet, so we can get rid of some of this extra cushioning, shall we say, and just to meet their weight requirements for the surgery. And then I'll be having surgery, full vag as well, which was never the original plan. The original plan was just to have like zero depth, but I figure I may as well just go the whole hog and literally get the whole vaginoplasty and just do the whole experience there. So that would be a great thing. I mean, I didn't want to focus too much on things as well, because going through like every single fucking detail of my transition. I mean, I've been in transition for 9 years now, since I came out again, because I detransitioned, obviously, because in the other video where I mentioned that I got raped and stuff. But there are things about me, of course, that most people would find frankly bizarre, because they're not really girly things. I mean, take a look, for example, at this. Okay, buses. These are my things. Okay, I'm a transport enthusiast. Buses are my thing. Trains now, of course, because of the fact that I've started going places and seeing people at different parts of the country. I've had girlfriends in other places in different parts of the country: Devon, North Yorkshire, Lancashire. So I'm a sci-fi geek as well. There are lots of. Did I cut my? Apparently, I've cut my chin when I was shaving this morning. Yes, this is another thing about my transition. Just to say something else quickly. There's one thing. I haven't had laser treatment. I'm too sensitive for that. I do like gin, of course. That's about the only fucking thing I drink. But the thing is I don't drink because I used to have a bit of a problem with it before I came out as trans. So, I mean, I'm a sci-fi nerd. Just look at Doctor Who on my Netflix there, and I've got like Star Wars on Blu-ray. The Thing is my absolute favourite film. John Carpenter. My hair's all over the place as well. Look at that. Chuck is one of my favourite TV series. Heroes, which is where my second name, my surname comes from. Petrelli. iZombie is another good thing about that I like. And recently on YouTube is The Umbrella Academy. I mean, this has been super educational. I mean, to me, I know I'm going to get probably loads of stick for this video because obviously you're going to say, oh, you look like a man, blah, blah, blah. But, do you know, I don't care. I don't care what you call me. I know who I am. I'm a girl. Okay, I'm a woman. I don't care what you all call me. I've had enough ridicule in my life. I just want to live it. Alright? This is who I am. This is me. You know? Anyway. I'm gonna probably go now. Because this has been entirely nerve-wracking and scary, and I've done like half an hour of this, and this is like literally my first time. So anyway, peace, and have, you know, a good evening, afternoon, morning, wherever you are in the world when you're watching this, and I will be back to do another video very soon. So, you know, watch this space. Goodbye.